Today I'm going to talk about how you put together an ALICE Ruck. I'm a big fan of the ALICE rucksack. I think it's really comfortable, and there's 3 different sizes you can pick from. What I have here is the main rucksack itself. This is a medium ruck, and I've had it modified. As you can see, normally it has 3 pockets here, and I've had the pockets removed and I've had it replaced with the PALS rack. I've also dyed it so it's a little bit darker than normal. Normally it's a green like this. I've dyed most of the components. I didn't paint the frame because I like the frame the way it is. I'm going to go and point out each of the components that go into making the rucksack here. What I've done on this picture here is label all the components so that you can see what I'm talking about. Of course, as I said, this is the main bag. This is the frame. These are the 2 shoulder straps. There's several different models of shoulder straps. This is a 2nd generation strap. I kind of like it better because it's more padded and it's a little bit wider, so it's more comfortable to carry. This is the right strap here and the left strap. It's kind of important when you go to put it on because of the way it's curved. These are the bottom portions of the shoulder straps for the quick release. This is the quick release here. Once I get it put together, I'll demonstrate how that works. These are the top portions of the shoulder strap that actually attach the frame to the strap. This is the kidney pad. This is a kidney pad retaining strap. It goes around the back, and you can see on the back side of this there's a belt that goes around so you can use it to hold the frame, hold the rucksack to yourself when you're humping. I never use it. On the back side of the rucksack here, you have the top pad here. The frame slips up into here. Then you have these 2 straps down here, and these are what actually hold the rucksack, bottom of the rucksack, to the frame itself. And this other strap here, this is just another kidney pad retaining strap, except what I use it for is I use it for a chest strap on my ruck up there. They make special chest straps. I don't use them. I like this one because I can get the straps pulled in closer with it, because most of them have a piece of elastic on there, so the strap is kind of stretchy, and I personally don't like it. It's a matter of preference whether you like that or not. I'm going to start putting some of these pieces off to the side, and then I'm going to start with the shoulder straps. Are going to be the last thing that go on. The first thing you do, the first thing I always do, is put the kidney strap on. And on the frame here, there's these 2 almost hinged jobbers here, and you take these pieces from the kidney strap itself and they get fed through here. And then once you got the loop fed through, you take your strap feed it through. You got to be careful when you're feeding it through here. To make sure that your strap is going to come in so that you can feed it through here. Kind of gets to be a pain in the ass because the pieces like to flop around and not do what you want them to do. And once you got it fed through here, take your other piece of your strap and feed it through the other half of the clip. And then just make sure your strap is kidney pad is centered. And then force it through there. It should be pretty tight. If it's not tight enough, you can loosen your strap up there and then tighten it up a little bit. So now your kidney strap is nice and tight. It shouldn't flop around at all. It should be pretty tight. This is where the first time that 550 or 100 mile an hour tape comes in. Take and get a piece about 6 inches long. And I like to rip it in half. Then you take it through there, and I don't go all the way around the strap with it. And tighten that loose, or tape that loose end of your strap down. I'm a big fan of it. Now, since I don't use the kidney strap, the belt, I just take it and pull around the other side and clip it off. There, it's out of the way and it doesn't really bother you. And I do it so that it's fairly tight. But before I do that, I'm going to attach the rest of the rucksack. Now, before I attach this belt, I'm going to attach the main bag. If you look on the frame here, there's two little metal loops here. When you take your bag, you're going to take and attach it to the frame here, and then just pull it down tight. And if you look here, you can see those two loops. You're going to use those later when you attach your shoulder straps. Now, to attach the bottom of the bag, you take your loose strap here, run it underneath the frame and through this hole here on the side of the frame. And then you attach it here, pull it tight, and then run it through the rest, feed it through the rest of it. This is where I use another little piece of 100 mile an hour tape. Take my 6-inch piece and I generally rip it in half, but that didn't work. Then I just take it under the side, tape that strap down. Now you do the same thing on the other side. Through the hole here, pull it tight. And then feed it through again. Now if it's not as tight as you want it, it's always easier to pull it and then tighten it until it's as tight as you want. It should be pretty tight on the frame. I gotta get me another piece of 550 cord. Or 100 mile an hour tape, I should say. And do the same thing again. I'm going to run this underneath it. I'm going to tape that strap down so it doesn't flop around. Now that's your basic. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the shoulder straps. The first thing you do is attach the bottom parts of the shoulder straps. As you can see, the shoulder strap, this is the quick release. And it has a little spring-loaded clip here that you can pull on it. There's a piece here. This is your pull strap, and then on the other side has a loop on it. And the loop is what you're going to want to use first. Take the bottom, the same hole you used before. Run it through the top first. and then around, and then you're going to take the rest of the strap and run it through that loop. And then pull it tight. And that piece of shoulder strap is attached. Then you do the same thing on the other side. First loosen it up through the top again. Pull it around. And then pull that piece through the loop. And then pull it tight. Now you have the bottom portions of your shoulder strap attached. Now for the top portion, as you can see, your straps are going to lay like this on there. You take your other pieces. I'm going to start with the left strap here. And you put the clip piece, here goes to the top. You take and run it underneath, inside the pack, and through that little metal loop that I showed you earlier. Now you're going to take your strap and you're going to lay it down, and it's going to go through this loop on the top of the strap here. Then once you do that, take and run your cord through there. I like to keep the clip close to the top of the rucksack just because then it doesn't really get in the way. It's adjustable and you can adjust it for comfort, and some people like to play with it, go back and forth. I generally like to get mine set the way I like it, and then I do the same thing that I did before. I just roll this strap up here and I use a piece of 550 or 100 mile an hour tape to tape it down so that piece of strap is not flopping around. You take the bottom half of your strap here, you'll pick this little buckle up, and there's a little metal loop here. Put the loop on the bottom part of the shoulder strap around it, and then this clip goes through there, and then there's a snap on both sides. Snap it shut. And now that side shoulder strap is on. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Remember, it's always going to be such that when you connect it, so you can pull on it. Same thing through the loop again on the frame, then bring it up and around through the loop on the shoulder strap itself. Feed it in there, and then feed your loose piece of strap through the buckle and tighten it up until it's where you want it. And you can adjust it until you get it the way you want it. Then take the bottom half of your other strap. Once again, the metal loop on the shoulder strap and the metal loop on the bottom portion. Feed your clip through there and snap it. Now that shoulder strap is attached. The other strap you can use as a chest strap. You can adjust it, and I generally run it through this strap. That holds the straps together, and because I don't like the buckle, I always just unfeed it and then feed it through again on one side to keep it from getting lost. This buckle here in the middle of the strap, this is a quick release. Pretty handy little jobber if you're toting a rucksack in a firefight, because if you want to lose it, if you want to drop your ruck, instead of having to loosen it all up and struggle out of your shoulder pads, you just pull that and it breaks loose. And then same method to put it back together. And that is how you put together an ALICE rucksack.